Hey everyone, it's me, Strictly9to5 here, and I have some amazing news to share with you. We actually got invited to the Adobe Firefly beta program. It was just announced all over media yesterday, and today I have this video ready for you to give you a first look and impression on what the platform looks like and what you can expect as a future user of Adobe Firefly. Of course, right now it's in its beta testing stage and the actual commercial product might be slightly different from what you're seeing on this video. I'll be making more videos on Adobe Firefly and tutorials as well, so like and subscribe if you want to stay tuned for more of such information. Right now, we are just going to go ahead and key in some generic prompts of a nice scenery and let's see what it looks like in Adobe Firefly. Overall, pretty nice cottage kind of vibe by the forest and lake, but we're gonna now switch up the setting, and first thing I notice is there are many prompts that here you can change the aspect ratio to really be like a photography kind of adjustments where you're changing landscape, portrait, and they even allow you to change like the lighting, ambience and stuff like that. As you can see, I decide here to go for more like a pastel tone, and there are many other selections available, adding in some nice lighting as well, and let's see how this picture turns out with these new settings. So really nice photos so far with this like golden hour kind of light. I do think it's because a lot of the Adobe stock photographers that contribute to the platform do actually have a lot of landscape photography, a lot of beautiful landscapes that are uploaded onto Adobe stock. And I think that's one thing that I really like about Adobe stock is they have mentioned that they are actually like transferring the profits and compensating the creators as well. So they're like distributing it towards the like whatever the AI scripts and stuff like that. They're giving it back to creators. And I think this is a big step forward for the AI art industry as it shifts away from like the stealing of intellectual property debates and ethical debates and moving more into how we can all prosper together as artists, photographers and AI artist creators as well. Now, the second step that I'm doing now is just generating some car pictures, and it seems pretty interesting so far of the generating cars. Not as nice, I would say, compared to the forest ones, but very nice still. There are other platforms out there that do it slightly better. But I do think it's also because perhaps due to the intellectual property, as you can see here I'm typing Ferrari, but maybe when you're uploading to Adobe stock you're actually not allowed because it infringes of the copyright of Ferrari as well. So perhaps that's one of the reasons why the photos are not as detailed nice compared to something more generic like a forest and stuff like that. But now let's dive right into something this channel is known for, and I've done plenty of tutorials on AI anime art. Let's see how Adobe Firefly performs in this aspect in the initial first look. We'll of course be going more in depth in the subsequent videos as well as we get more used to the platform. So the first hurdle that we notice is, for example, when I'm keying some similar prompts that I've done in like my Gene video here already uploaded on YouTube using another platform, what we notice is it actually doesn't support like prompts like Genshin Impact over here. So I'm just going to go and like try to bypass this real quick and changing it to anime to try to generate something that looks a little bit like Gene from Genshin Impact. Of course, hopefully it's going to be coming close to it, but we'll see in this generation real quick. Not too bad in terms of generation. It actually came quite close to what we were trying to generate. Something similar to a Memento Mori kind of art style in terms of the game genre. I do think that other platforms are much better compared to Adobe Firefly in terms of generating anime art per se, but Adobe definitely is from what I see, is much better at generating like portrait images so far, or perhaps even images of objects as well, because it's really based on a stock database of very pro photographers. So that's something to consider, like where the data feed comes from. And I don't think a lot of people are like taking or drawing anime photos and uploading it to Adobe stock. They probably have other platforms available, as well as you must consider that there's copyright infringement whenever you like draw a Genshin Impact or maybe Naruto art and upload it. Perhaps stock platforms might not take that into account as well. So those are some things that's like running through my mind. But overall, pretty decent vibe to it. Not perfect and not the best, but definitely not really bad, and there's some potential in it as well. We definitely need to experiment a little bit more, and now stay tuned as we're going to try the second part in terms of generating these text effects that you see right here in terms of artificial intelligence. I'll show you how it works and what it looks like in this next video right here.